Okay, hello everyone, my name is Matt and welcome to my YouTube channel. What this YouTube channel is going to be is basically just me posting about my hobbies, mainly crochet and knitting. So they're going to be mainly kind of knitting podcast type videos that you see others create here on YouTube, but I do like making a lot of things by hand, so there might be other videos down the line or sprinkled in here and there that have some other things that I'm either making or doing and just want to show you guys and post on here. Yeah, so as you can see here from my backdrop, I'm a big fan of Le Seraphim, and I have kind of some handmade things I've made, like the wall rug and some paintings, as well as included some merch and some album inclusions, so I thought it would be a perfect backdrop for these videos. The vibe for this channel, I'm hoping to make something kind of cozy and relaxing that kind of gives you a warm vibe or feeling. A lot of creators that I see on YouTube, I love that their videos are just so cozy that you can watch them before bed, which is a lot of the time what I end up doing and helps me relax and get ready for bed before I fall asleep. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm going to be aiming for here. Just to talk about my knitting journey, I've been crocheting for about a year, and I just started learning how to knit this year about a month or two ago. So I'm going to be posting on here kind of my journey from very beginner all the way to how much or how skilled or how technical I can get. So my main videos are going to be kind of like knitting podcast videos. I'm going to try to upload maybe one every 2 weeks or so, just kind of show you the things I'm working on, my finished objects, and yeah, so I've only been knitting for about a month or two now. Before that I had crocheted for about a year, but I saw this video series on TikTok by this creator here where she went through a process of creating the porcelain sweater by Knit, and I got really inspired to dive into the world of knitting and make such beautiful garments for whether it be myself or for loved ones, as well as making really cute and cozy accessories. And I thought learning to knit would be the perfect step forward to that. So that's how I started my journey, and I'm going to be posting on here kind of my steps and my growth throughout the process. So I hope if that interests you guys that you'll enjoy these videos here, and let's get started. So this video here is going to be like your typical knitting podcast video. I'll talk about kind of what I'm wearing, my finished objects, my works in progress, and then any acquisitions or plans that I have moving forward. To start off, I guess let's start with what I'm wearing. So this here is actually my first and only knit or crochet finished garment. It was actually a gift that I made for my brother, since he's a really big fan of kind of these button-up summery shirts. So this shirt is based off the pattern of the Maybe One Day pullover from Just the Worsted on TikTok. So I took that pattern and kind of adjusted it to create a button-up crochet shirt. And then I have, if you can see here, some running bunny motifs running through it, inspired by Alicia Wright's Running Rabbits pattern and design. So what this is basically a crochet shirt, and what I used was actually Noro Kopetiko yarn. This is the green shade. I believe there's only one green color, so it's the green shade. I'm not sure of the actual color name, but yeah, it's 35% cotton, 35% silk, and then 30% viscose, I believe, or polyamide. It's a really nice summer fabric, very light, and I really enjoyed working with it to crochet this shirt. And then the white part here is just alpaca kind of lace weight with a baby confetti mohair, just to give it some color and kind of blend it in with the green. So what I did for this shirt actually was create the front panel, and then the back panel, and then the other front panel, and then I ended up attaching them to the white wraparound. This is all just one piece for the bottom, the front, and the back. And then I created the sleeves and attached those sleeves on as well. and then just your typical button band and a nice collar. So yeah, it was really my first garment. I kind of made the pattern up myself. Had to do measurements based off of a shirt that my brother already liked. But I think it turned out really, really nice. I really love the colors with it, and I love how kind of breathable and summery it is. So yeah, this is my only garment I've ever finished, whether it be crochet or knitting, because I just started knitting, and it was a gift for my brother. But I thought I'd have to steal it to show you guys at least one thing that I'm wearing, like other creators do on here. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. So now moving on to my finished objects. Since I did just start knitting very, very recently, I don't have any knitting finished objects, but I do have a crocheted finished object, which is this one here. And this is just a crocheted hat using Songbird Fibers Chunky Barn Owl, as well as King Fibers Mochi Mohair and Alpaca Air Concept Alpaca Fuzzy Yarn. So my idea for this hat was actually to make it kind of like an owl sitting in a bed of moss in the sun, and I think it turned out pretty well. I really like the design of it. It is a very warm hat, so it'll definitely be a winter hat for sure. But yeah, this is just a crochet hat that I made. Just starting with a crochet chain, and then doing some single crochets at the top on each row, and then moving down with half double crochets throughout for the body, and then alternating the fuzzy yarn held with the mohair, as well as the barn owl yarn held with the mohair every other row. And then once I got the right circumference, I just sewed them together and then finished off the top by weaving in the top and then sewing it down. So yeah, I think it turned out really nice. I do love making crochet hats with kind of cool special yarns. I've made quite a few, but this is my most recent project, so I thought I'd put it in this video. Now moving on to my works in progress. So like I said, I am a very, very new knitter. I had to learn from scratch, or I started learning from scratch about a month ago. So I do have some works in progress, no finished objects, but some works in progress, just to learn some new techniques and to stay interested or not bored with all the projects that I'm making. So my first project, and actually my first thing I've ever cast on, is the T#1 by My Favorite Things Knitwear, and this is it here. So this is a really, really nice knit tee, and I'm using the Wandering Flock extra fine merino held together with their Super Kid mohair in the color, both in the color Celadon, held together to create the shirt. I got both these yarns at Knit City Toronto, which is a yarn convention in Toronto. This was the first year they had it in Toronto, actually, but they've had it before in other Canadian cities. So as soon as I saw these here, I knew this had to be my T#1. So I picked those up, got back from the convention, and cast this on right away as my first project. So what the T#1 is basically a shoulder constructed tee. So you knit the shoulders first, and then you knit the back and then the front panel, connect them to the shoulders, and then do some short row shaping and attach them underneath the armholes to the body. So I've gotten maybe about halfway done the body so far, and I think it's coming along quite nicely. I really, really love the color and how the fibers feel. It's really, really drapey, kind of light, but also feels pretty warm because it is that merino. So I think you can wear this almost all year round once it's finished. But yeah, like I said, I've just attached in the body, and I've started working in the round. Now, before I started knitting, I thought creating or picking a shirt for my first project would be a nice quick thing to start off with as a beginner. But after I started learning more about knitting, I realized that the yarn weight and the needle size actually plays quite a big factor in how long something takes. So I thought making a t-shirt would be quicker than a big sweater, but I believe that's actually not the case, because I am working on, I believe, 3mm needles, with this, and I'm just there's a lot more stitches, so it takes a lot more time. But I'm about halfway done the body, and then I'll finish off the body and I believe move on to the sleeves and then the neckline, and that's it, I hope. But yeah, I'm slowly working through this. I'm really enjoying it, and it's a nice starting project. And now moving on to my next work in progress is another pattern by My Favorite Things, and it is the My Favorite Things sweater number 6. So this is actually my first raglan sweater that I ever made or started, and I thought it was really cool doing the raglan increases and seeing the sweater come to life. But like I was saying with the different sizes, I started this one maybe about a month after I cast on the shirt, and it's already almost caught up in pace as my shirt. So this is it here. I am using Studio Donegal Wool Spinning Company, and I'm using their 100% wool in this tweed, and this is shade number 3758. So it's basically a tweed yarn. This is 200 meters per 100 grams. The wool is a little bit lighter than the recommended from the pattern, but I went up a size, so I'm hoping that will help with that. But yeah, like I said, I'm about halfway done in the round here as well. And then I just have to finish, I believe it finishes with an I-cord, and then I move on to the sleeves and then the neckline. But this is going by really quick because I am doing this one on 6.5 millimeter needles, and then so it's going a lot quicker than the shirt, but I'm liking how it's turning out so far, and it's a really cool wool, kind of tweedy wool to work with for a sweater. It is pretty light, but I think it would be perfect for kind of summer nights or early fall. So I'm really excited to see this finished, and yeah, that's my second work in progress. And now my third work in progress is actually a gift for a friend, and it is the Stockholm Slipover by Petite Knit. So this is it here. I am using the recommended yarn, which is the Sandusgarn Sunday in the colorway 3091, and I'm holding that together with a mohair, Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair in the color Bark. So I'm holding those two together. The pattern recommends the Sunday held with a mohair, and I just decided to pick this one because I thought it was a little bit of a brighter brown to contrast. So this is the pullover here. The pattern is really nice and easy, definitely beginner friendly, I'd say. You do have to do some short rows as well as some increases and decreases to kind of shape the pattern or shape the garment, but you start with a big back panel and then you build one shoulder and increase for the front, and then you build the other shoulder increase for the front, and then you attach the front and the back together, and then you just knit in the round under the sleeves. So again, I'm just knitting in the round on this one as well. So I'm about also maybe just over halfway done on the bottom here, or on the body here, and it's definitely going a lot quicker because this is for a friend, so it's a size small. When I knit other garments for myself, I normally do a larger and extra large, so it's just going a lot quicker because there is just so many less stitches that I need to do. But yeah, after the body, I believe I just have the ribbings left for the bottom, the armholes, and then the V-neck. And I'm really liking how it's turning out and how easy the pattern is. So actually, after I make this, I might make another one for myself, just because I do like the process of making this Sunday slipover, and I like the way it's turning out. So yeah, that's my other work in progress. And now my other work in progress, and my last one that I currently have, is a 2-color brioche hat that I'm knitting. So this hat is called the Aniela hat, I believe. And it calls for a hand-dyed DK yarn, which is this one here. I got this from the Frosted Stitch, and this is called the... Sorry, I just have a book with all my yarns in here that I've used, so I can go back and ever take a look at them again. So this is their Deep Freeze DK, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it's called The Last Goodbye. So that's from the Frosted Stitch. Really nice browns mixed with the green that remind me a lot of trees. And then it's the pattern is called to use with a hand-dyed DK with a boucle. So I have this boucle yarn here, which is the Isiger boucle. And this is 100% alpaca in the color 65. So I picked this one because it reminded me of fall leaves, and the motifs of the hat is kind of the fall in the woods with the leaves and the bark. So I thought that was really cool. I did have to learn brioche stitch for this one, but once you kind of get the repeat down, it's not too bad. I did have a lot of trouble with the cast on. I had to redo it quite a few times, and I still think it's wrong. So yeah, but the cast on is pretty stretchy, which is good, and what the pattern recommended. But yeah, this one's really coming along. I kind of do this one late at night. I leave it near my computer, and then when I'm playing games with friends, I try to do a round or two in between games. So yeah, that's my last work in progress. And now moving on to my acquisitions. I did just come back from the knitting loft, so I thought it was a perfect time to show you guys my acquisitions and add it to this video here. So my first acquisition I'll show you guys is this one here. So this is from Crea Deluxe, and this is their deluxe silk mohair, and it is 45% silk, 33% mohair, and 22% baby alpaca, and this is in the colorway 33. Now this is probably the softest mohair that I've felt. It's very, very soft, and I really loved the color, and I had never seen it at the knitting loft before, so I decided to give it a try and pick this one up. I picked this up with the Biches and Bouches Le Petit Lamb's Wool, which is 100% lamb's wool made in the UK, and this is in the color soft green. So I picked these two up together, and I am going to use those held together and then I picked up also from Saunders Yarn Co. their Hibu Halo, which is 72% mohair and 28% silk. And then with a hand-dyed beautiful colorway that I got from ZZ Textiles, her Mother of Pearl in the natural fingering. I'm going to hold these two together, and then hold these two together, and this is going to be my my porcelain sweater. So I'm hoping to replace the beige in the porcelain with this dark greenish color here, and then replace the blue with this Mother of Pearl. So kind of the porcelain sweater is based off of porcelain ceramics, and I'm hoping to kind of keep with the same idea, but have the blue paint be Mother of Pearl, kind of like jewelry boxes, and then have the beige to be this greeny blue. So it's kind of sea reminiscent with the Mother of Pearl, the white, and then the greeny blue together. I think that'll turn out really well. So I'm excited to get started on that, and that's an upcoming project that I'm hoping to do. Now my second acquisition is actually for the Doppio sweater by Hong Seung-hee, and for that it calls for 2 fingering weights and held with a lace weight, or 1 lace weight held with 1 DK weight. So I decided to pick up 2 fingering weights because I really wanted to try this one here. This is the Knitting for Olive merino that a lot of my favorite YouTubers really love, and this is in the colorway Elderflower. So the Knitting Loft actually had only 4 of these left in stock, so I went down and picked up the remaining 4. I really love this colorway, just kind of the yellowish cream. I think this is really nice because I wanted to make the Doppio sweater a yellow sweater. So for my other fingering, I was looking for a hand-dyed yellow. It was narrowed down between 2 hand-dyed yellow yarns, but then I found this one here from La Bien-Aimée, and this is their merino singles, and this is in the color Kerenbap. So Kerenbap is actually a Korean word or Korean term, and it's kind of like eggs with rice or eggs on rice. And since the Doppio sweater is from a Korean designer. I thought it was fate that I had found this this Korean color or named colorway from this French brand in yellow for my yellow Doppio sweater. So I had to pick this one up. These are going to be my 2 fingering weights, and then I also picked up the Isager Alpaca in the color E0. So I believe this is undyed, and this is 400 meters for 50 grams, and this is going to be my lace weight. So I'm going to hold these 3 together, and this is going to be my yellow Doppio sweater. I'm really excited for this, and this actually might be my next cast on once I finish one of my works in progress. So yeah, I'm really happy with this pickup, and I'm hoping the sweater will turn out great. Yeah, so that's it. Like I said, I'm gonna hope to maybe post one of these every 2 weeks or so, just to show my progress on my skills and my projects and what I'm making. Hopefully next time I'll have some finished knitted objects to show you guys. I do have some yarn in stash, so I'm thinking about maybe making a video on my yarn plans with my yarn stash for the rest of the year as a beginner. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the video, I hope you guys did, and hopefully I'll see you soon, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.